Hey guys, so before we get into this video, which I am so excited about, I wanted to pop on and make sure to let you guys know to stay tuned till the end of the video, because we are doing, myself and West Medical are doing the most amazing giveaway that I have ever done on my channel, on my Instagram, or anything, and I am so excited to bring this to you guys to give someone an amazing opportunity. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to get all the details on that and hear about how you can enter. Other than that, this video is going to be really awesome for anybody who is pre-op weight loss surgery, post-op weight loss surgery, or maybe just starting to think about it. Dr. Human is answering just a ton of questions that I had you guys send into my Instagram, and I think it's going to be of just huge value for anyone looking into weight loss surgery or even post-op like myself. Again, stay tuned till the end of the video and enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Morgan, and today I'm really excited about this this video. I'm here at West Medical with Dr. Human. And I'm super excited to bring you guys this video because as a lot of you know, I've had weight loss surgery. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy in August of 2015, so I'm coming up on 3 years post-op now. And I get so many questions every single day about people considering weight loss surgery or who may have had weight loss surgery and are struggling, or just kind of looking for answers and information. So I also do think that on social media and online and stuff, there can be a lot of misinformation. So I'm super excited to get to kind of collaborate with Dr. Human and bring you obviously a professional's insight, and then also just a little bit whatever advice that I can give just based on my experience, but of course having his advice and his input and stuff, his professional opinion, is definitely of huge value. So if you could tell us a little bit about your practice, introduce yourself, and tell us about West Medical and kind of what procedures you do.
Yeah, we have a comprehensive weight loss management group here for any patient that needs to lose weight, and we offer 3 types of procedures, which are the gastric balloon, the ESG or the endoscopic sleeve gastroplasty, and vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Some patients also may qualify for gastric bypass, but that's typically not the most common procedure that's performed. We have locations throughout Southern California, all the way up from Orange County up to Bakersfield, where we see patients and do all the follow-ups. And we have state-of-the-art facilities here where we do all the surgeries.
Okay, great. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions that I could ask Dr. Human while I'm here. So I have a few questions that we'll get into. This is coming from people who have asked on Instagram. So the first one is basically just who is a candidate and who is not a candidate, even though they may need to lose weight for the weight loss surgery.
Sure. Well, the simplest way to put it is we go based on a number called BMI, body mass index, which is the calculation between height and weight. So that's the simplest way of doing it. We stratify patients of where they fall in that category. BMIs of 20 to 25 would be considered normal weight. 25 to 30 would be overweight. 30 to 35 is obese. 35 to 40 is severely obese. And anything over 40 is morbidly obese or deadly obese. For vertical sleeve gastrectomy, anybody who has a BMI of 40 or higher, they qualify regardless of what medical condition they have. If they have a BMI of 35 or higher with a medical condition, they qualify for the balloon procedure and the endoscopic sleeve. BMIs of 30 to 40 are the qualifications.
Okay. So with the endoscopic sleeve, that's something that's a bit newer. I hadn't heard about it until talking with you. Can you explain a little bit kind of how that surgery works?
Endoscopic sleeve is a new procedure. It's really not surgery per se, because we're not really cutting anything, or we're not going through the abdominal wall. We use an endoscope, which is just a camera. We go through the mouth, get to the stomach, and we fold the stomach in from inside without removing anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So eventually the stomach would look a lot like a regular sleeve gastrectomy without having removed any part of it.
Okay, so someone probably with a lower BMI then would be more of a candidate for...
Yeah, typically I like that for patients who don't qualify for sleeve.
Okay, so maybe like around 35 for...
BMI 30 to 40, but no medical conditions.
Okay, so the next question, I even wondered this because I've heard several different things from different professionals. But can the stomach, I guess particularly with the sleeve surgery, expand or grow after surgery with time, and what causes that?
Sure. Well, I mean, there are different areas of thought about that, different opinions, but even if it were to stretch, it can never stretch to what it used to be. So, and it really doesn't stretch over just 1 or 2 months. It may, yes, I mean, can it potentially, over 5, 10, 15 year period, if somebody's just constantly overeating or eating too fast, can they stretch it a little bit? Sure. The stomach, the way it is, it's got a thicker part and a thinner part on the outside. We remove the thinner part that's on the outside, and that's the part that really stretches easily. So that part is permanently removed when we do the sleeve.
Oh, interesting.
So the thicker part that doesn't stretch so well stays behind. So that's why patients feel pretty full faster, because that's not it's like a thick balloon. It doesn't stretch easily. The thinner balloon that we had before, that's the one that stretches very easily, can get really big really fast. So with this one, it's hard to stretch that to that size again.
And is there anything specific that may cause that? Is it just over time, like eating bigger portions? Because I know that, like, with me, I would say about a year post-op, I started to notice that I could eat a significant amount more than I was able to, say, 2 months post-op. Is that maybe just because swelling has gone down and the healing from the surgery, or what can what
swelling
that?
And the swelling from the surgery and the healing from surgery within the first 2-3 months, I would say, is where it all takes place. Although it's a lifetime process, but most of the swelling is gone within 2 to 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Usually after the first 2 months, you don't see any complications or issues after the sleep, because everything has pretty much healed.
Yeah.
Can it stretch? Like I said, it could stretch potentially a little bit afterwards, but also I would say mostly it's the eating habits that change. People, they go back to eating the way they used to eat, because they used to eat very fast, they used to not chew the food well, and they used to have lots of drinks with their food, drinking with the meals, and also having liquid calories.
Right.
So if you cut those habits, which is the primary thing you're focusing on right after surgery, you should have more lasting results.
So I had a lot of questions about coming particularly from people with PCOS and asking about pregnancy. So one girl asked, how long after surgery can you get pregnant? And then are you able to consume enough calories to have a healthy pregnancy, and then after the pregnancy to breastfeed?
Sure. So typically the recommendation is you want to wait at least about 12 to 18 months after surgery to get pregnant, because that's the point where you're losing most of your weight, and it's a little bit harder to consume things or keep a pregnancy healthy in that time. But after that period, the data supports that you can have normal pregnancies, normal childbirth, probably less chance of complications after you've lost the weight with the pregnancy and delivery, So from those regards, it's I would just wait 12 to 18 months after surgery.
Okay, so our next question is, what is your best advice for patients dealing with regain or maybe experience a stall after, say, like a year post-op? I personally have, I lost 115 pounds at my lowest weight, and then I gained about 20 pounds. I was dealing with some hormonal issues and stuff, and I've since lost about 10 of that, but technically I am up 10 pounds from my lowest weight. So what would be your best advice for someone dealing with just struggling a decent amount of time post-op?
Sure. But specifically if you had sleeve gastrectomy, then we wanted to look at, number one, your eating habits, because that's probably takes care of 95% of the patients. They're either eating too fast again, they're not chewing well, they're eating liquid calories or drinking with their meals. Just changing those little things with the diet and their habits will cause them to lose weight. Second step is to meet with the nutritionist, go over what you're eating, what really is your diet these days, and also get some help through that. Next, we can look at the anatomy and see, is there something that needs to be changed or done differently. On very rare occasions, someone may need a revision of a surgery that's been done in the past. I don't see that much of it. But if it is, then you may need to switch from one type of surgery to another.
Right. So that actually was one of the questions that someone asked, was what is your experience with revisions? And so would that really be the only reason that you would need to revise from like a sleeve to a bypass, is someone's not losing the weight, or what other reasons would you consider revising?
Sure. So revision from a sleeve to anything else, there are two options available these days. Gastric bypass is one of them. The other one is called the SIPS procedure, which is where you preserve the pylorus, leave the sleeve as is, and then you do a bypass of the intestines to the further down intestine. So you add malabsorption. You would just do that if somebody's main complaint is just not losing enough weight. They've lost 200 pounds already, but they want to lose another 150 pounds or so.
Next question is, are there any absolute no-nos when it comes to consuming things? I hear a lot about no carbonation or caffeine, and then I was told no NSAIDs. So can you actually explain what NSAIDs are? I kind of just know no ibuprofen, but exactly what that is. And
NSAIDs are a class of anti-inflammatory drugs, which include anything such as ibuprofen or aspirin. So drugs that have ibuprofen are Advil, Motrin, Aleve, naproxen, all these things.
Right.
And they really irritate the stomach. Now, with gastric bypass, you can't have NSAIDs for the rest of your life because they can cause what's called marginal ulcers, and that's very dangerous. With the sleeve gastrectomy, I tell my patients not to take it for the first 3 months after surgery while the sleeve is healing, because it could cause ulcers in that time as it's healing. That after the 3 months, I don't have a problem if my sleeve patients take NSAIDs.
Okay, that's good to know. So other than that, what about things like the caffeine and carbonation? Is there anything that you would say absolutely not, you can't?
Absolutely not is liquid calories. So milkshakes and tall frappuccinos with whipped cream or anything that's ice cream, anything that's liquid would just go right through the sleeve, bypass anything you've had done, and it gives you empty calories and makes you gain weight. That's the absolute no-no.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of people say, I personally haven't experienced a complete loss of hunger, but I've heard from people just through social media who have messaged me saying, I literally never get hungry. All food repulses me, and I'm just never hungry. And I'm like, well, I almost wish that I had that. But how often do you see that, and what exactly causes that, or is that normal?
I see that in about 20 to 40% of the patients now, where they just don't feel the hunger, they almost forget to eat, and they have to remind themselves that they have to eat. And that's just because a lot of the hunger hormones have been removed by doing the sleeve gastrectomy.
So this is the last question actually. How often do you see medical insurance covering the surgeries? I know a lot of people have a hard time affording the surgery, and that's why so many people are not able to have it, even though they may need it and really want it very badly. I know it's hard to get that covered. So how often do you see your patients getting their surgeries covered by insurance, and then also what requirements do they normally have to meet?
Well, the insurance requirements are BMI of 40 or higher, or 35 plus medical condition for the BMI. And most PPO insurances and some other insurances, Medicare, cover the operation, the cost of it. So most of the surgeries that we do are covered by medical insurance. We do have financing options available for patients who can't afford it, where they can pay over time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we try to make it affordable for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, so now that we've answered all those questions, this is the part of the video that I am so incredibly excited about. When West Medical reached out, they kind of talked about doing collaboration and bringing more information through my platforms, my social media, about weight loss surgery for people who have had weight loss surgery or are looking into it. And one of the most amazing things that they offered was to do an actual giveaway for a weight loss surgery, specifically the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is the surgery that I had, for one of my followers or one of the viewers watching this video. And being that I get messages every single day from people who are saying that they want to have weight loss surgery, or they know that they're a candidate, but they simply can't afford it, or insurance doesn't cover it, I just feel so incredibly honored to be able to kind of be the avenue for you guys to bring this to you through West Medical. And I can't thank West Medical enough for reaching out and offering to do this, because I know it's gonna change someone's life completely. So the details for how to enter and everything are going to be the first link in the description of this video. The giveaway entries are going to be open from July 6th through 26th. So the day that you're seeing this video through July 26th. West Medical has a team that's going to be reviewing and monitoring all of the entries and reaching out to the winner. Of course, it will go to someone who will actually, you know, is a candidate for the vertical sleeve gastrectomy and meets all the requirements, and just someone who can benefit from this. So I am, again, so excited. I feel like I've said this so many times, but I really hope, I know that this is going to, just like I said, change someone's life. So thank you guys for giving me this platform to be able to create content like this, and again, thank you so much to West Medical for offering to do this giveaway. So make sure, if you feel that you are a candidate for the weight loss surgery vertical sleeve gastrectomy, make sure to enter this contest sometime before July 26th. Also, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos maybe with Dr. Human or just West Medical and get more information on weight loss surgery, definitely leave a comment below if this is something that you, content that you'd like me to continue to create, and I will definitely continue to do so. Other than that though, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.